Yo, check it out. That's right. We are coming in. We are coming in from Scottsdale, Arizona. It is 2:30 in the morning, and hopefully we have some audio over there in the clubhouse side here in just a second because I know Jeff is looking for it. Where's my phone, by the way? That's a good question. Where's my phone? I need to find my. Yeah, it'll be coming, Jeff. I gotta grab my phone. Where's my phone? So I can see. I don't even know. I really don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't even know where my phone is. It's interesting, right? I don't even know where my phone is at this point. So I'm sure I'll find it. But we got a wild show for you today from Scottsdale, Arizona, GM3X. We're going to talk about shifting from lack to abundance, the importance of that, and the impact it's going to make in your life. We're also going to hear a little bit from Greg Cardone. We're going to hear. I'm going to show you some people that I connected with over the last couple days at the Grant Cardone Real Estate, and I am going to break down the biggest scam, like literally the biggest scam in America, and how you can benefit from it, and how it's legal, and how it's crazy. All that and more in today's episode of GM3X.
Welcome to GM3X. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to eight, and the founder of the 800% Elite Club. I hope you're ready for motivation, education, inspiration, celebrity interviews, and thought-provoking conversations because it's 5:30 a.m. and it's time to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, I seriously cannot find my phone. It like disappeared. I know that I was text messaging with my wife this morning. She always likes to check in and make sure that I'm up and that I'm here and that I'm ready for you guys. I need my phone in order to be able to see the comments of the people that are here with us on Facebook or YouTube or any of those places. And so I had it. And now it's gone. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll find it at some point. Hey, good morning. Today is Wednesday. I think, no, that's a lie. Today is Thursday. That's right. Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022. Can you believe it? Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Thursday, September 1st, 2022. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most. And I do mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Listen, can you believe it? We are in the ninth month. We are in the ninth month of 2022. All right. This is the last month of the third quarter of 2022. Unbelievable. To me, it's unbelievable. So, what that means, oh, I just found my phone. There it is. So, what that means, oh my gosh. So, what that means is this morning, first thing right out the gate, it's very important that you and we do an audit, right? I love using new months, new quarters, all of those things. Any opportunity to do an audit. So what I want you to do today is I want you to do an audit. Trust me, this is something you should be doing all of the time, right? You want to do an audit check. Where are you at in accordance with your goals? Where are you at in accordance with your goals? Do you remember those? Do you remember where you were at the beginning of 2022? Do you remember, right? You were like times two in 2022, right? Like a new you in 22, right? Remember saying that? New you in 22, right? Remember where you were December of last year, right? You had this wicked imagination. You were like, this is what I'm going to do in 2022. This is what we're going to accomplish in 2022. These are all the things that are possible in 2022, right? That's where you were at. And then we started to move, right? We started to move through the year, and we started to have the family member that got sick, or we lost a loved one, or we didn't get the promotion, or we had the unexpected expense, or we just felt really, really tired, or we went through that season of depression, or we had those anxieties, or we had those fears, or we had that letdown, or that person left us, or we lost that employee, or we didn't get the deal, right? Like all of these things started to happen, and we started to minimize what we thought was possible. We started to relax on the big vision, the big dream, the goal, the target, all the things that we had so many high hopes for, right? And so today, September 1st, here we are, Thursday, September 1st, 2022, a brand new, fresh day. Listen, yesterday is gone forever. Tomorrow is not guaranteed to exist. All we have is this beautiful day called today, Thursday, September 1st, 2022. It's time for you to do an audit, to remind yourself of those goals, right? There are 7 pillars of your life. I want you to review them today. On a piece of paper, literally on a piece of paper, you're going to grade yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in the 7 main pillars of your life, right? And when it comes to your faith, how is your faith? How are you doing spiritually on a scale of 1 to 10? It's incredibly important, right? What about your fitness? How are you doing when it comes to your fitness on a scale of 1 to 10? Go ahead and give yourself a number, right? Actually, I've been riding the Peloton out here. I've been doing the Peloton thing because I hurt a hamstring. So running out on the pavement and whatnot has been a little difficult, but riding has been great, right? So what is it for you? Maybe you need to be walking. Maybe you need to be jogging. Maybe you need to be running. Maybe you need to be lifting weights, right? What is it? But examine yourself. How do you feel, man? How do you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror on a scale of 1 to 10? Because it's important. It's important. It's not just about extending your health. It's not just about extending your life. It's not just about extending your impact. It's not just about all that. It's about looking in the mirror and going, I like me. I like me. I look good. I feel good. I like the way my shirt fits. I like the way my muscles look in my shirt. I like me. Big. That's a big sentence. When you can say I like me, it's huge. So where are you at? I want you to grade yourself, scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at on your fitness? What about your friends? What about your relationships with your friends? How are those looking right now, right? Are you making sure you got friends in your life? Because it's important. And you see, we get away from this. We get away from this all the time. We got work, we got our family members, we got all these different things. You know what I mean? So we stop hanging out with our friends. But listen, friends are important. Friends are super important. I got to see over the last couple of days, I got to make some new friends, which I'm super excited about. You know what I mean? Like I got to be around a lot of people. I got to meet Byron, who does the business over breakfast room. Um, here on Clubhouse. Brian Colhane, who's one of the top execs over at eXp Realty. Love that dude. Got to spend some time with Jerry. Jerry runs the Debate the News shows over on Breakfast with Champions. They run the night rooms over there. Dr. Ashley, this girl right here is fire. She came out and visited me at my studio a while back, but I got to spend some time, got to hang out with her. Actually, I got to this guy John Paul Guidry. He showed me this. Have you guys seen this thing? Whatever this is.
What is this? What is this thing you're
It's
about to show?
pickleball.
Pickleball. What the hell is pickleball, man? I have never played no damn pickleball. I don't know what this is. I got a pickleball set. John Paul, give me one. I need to start using it. Figure out what it is. Guess we'll find out today.
Yeah, so some pickleball thing. We did that yesterday. John Paul Gentry taught me the whole pickleball, which was awesome, by the way. So now the competitive side of me is like, I gotta go learn me some pickleball, right? Right? But you gotta spend some time with your friends, man. Audit yourself. When's the last time you hung out with your friends? My wife sent me a message. She said, "Can I go out with the girls Saturday night?" I'm like, "Golly, I would love for you to go out with the girls Saturday night. When's the last time you went out with the girls, honey? When's the last time you got around some adults?" Right? Laugh a little. Live dangerously. Maybe make a mistake or two. Golly, let's go, folks. You are running out of time. Do you understand that? We are all running out of time. So I want you to do an audit, man. Where are you at when it comes to your friends, right? So you need to check your faith. Where are you at with your faith? Where are you at with your with your fitness? Where are you at with your friends? Do a check in. Where are you at with your family, man? I got to spend the last 3 days with my sister. This is my older sister. Her and I live in different states. We don't get to see each other often, but luckily we got to spend the last 3 days together, right? Family matters. Your spouse, your kids, do an audit. Just take a piece of paper and write it down on a scale of 1 to 10. Where you at? Family. If you ain't got your family intact, if things are not working right with the family dynamic and the family aspect, I'm just telling you, you can't reach all of these other like all these it affects everything. It literally affects everything, right? The relationship that I have with my wife and what my kids is what inspires me to be able to do all the things that I'm doing, that I'm able to do. The relationship I have with you, like Byron was asking me from Business Over Breakfast, he was asking me how we show up here 1,043 times. I'm like, dude, I got a whole family of people that I got to say good morning to every day. This is my family. Like you are a part of my family. That's how I see it. And my life is better when my family relate when this relationship right here is strong. So I need you to audit fitness, finances, family, your friends, right? Finances. I've said that twice now, but I haven't really dove into it. Do an audit today on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at financially, man? And be honest. Be honest, right? I've ran an audit on where I'm at financially. We are in a good place financially. We are doing a great job of generating cash, right? The company's doing a great job of generating cash. My family's doing a great job of generating cash, right? So we're doing great, but we're awful when it comes to assets. When it comes to assets that are generating passive income, the stuff I've been learning about the last 3 days, we're a 0 on a scale of 1 to 10. And that's something that we have to work on, right? But I know that because I'm running the audit. I've checked in on my faith, I've checked in on my fitness, checked in on my friends, checked in on my family, right? I'm checking in on my finances. You also need to take a look at your career. Is this still what you want to do with your life? Are you still doing the job that you want to do with your life? Are you working where you want to work, right? If the answer is no, then you need to do something about that. This is your one life. You are running out of time. Figure it out. Start to make moves. My hope is that your career is thriving, that you're maximizing the opportunity that you have in front of you. My hope is when you audit on a scale of 1 to 10, you're like, yes, my career is a freaking 10. That's my hope. But if it's not the case, if it's a 2, then September of 2022 is your opportunity to do something about it. The last area I want you to check is mental health, all right? How are you doing, man? Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling confident? When you look in the mirror, are you saying, I like me, right? You need to audit that on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're like, no, I'm at a 2, man. I'm at a 2 mentally. I'm depressed. I'm dealing with anxiety. Things aren't good. It's kind of dark. I don't want to get out of bed. I'm not confident. I don't feel good about myself, right? Then this is the month to do something about that. This is your opportunity to make that change. Dude, anything can happen in 30 days. My boy Brian Spangler just sent me a message last night. Brian Spangler is part of the Carl Automotive Group. They have 3 dealerships over in Iowa. He sent me a message. All 3 of his dealerships crushed it last month. Let's just start there. He has one of his 3 dealerships. They increased 118 units year over year. Last year, his dealership sold 70 cars. This year, they sold 188 in the same month, August of last year to August of this year. From 70 to 188. Same 30 days, different year, same 30 days, right? And in 30 days, sold 118 more cars than they ever even thought was possible. You can do anything you want in 30 days, man. You got to do the audit, figure out where you're at, step into abundance, Get rid of this mindset of lack, make a decision, and make a move. Dude, everybody's saying that it's a downed market. Everybody's saying that you can't sell more cars. Everybody's saying all of these things. They're like, we're not listening to any of that. 118 car increase. They more than doubled, right? What is that? 140% increase in sales, something like that, year over year, in what everybody is saying is a downed market. Look, it's all about making a choice. We can choose to audit the areas, inspect what we expect, audit the areas, and make some decisions to move and shift that from lack to abundance or not. The choice is yours. I am here at the summit, Grant Cardone's Real Estate Summit in Scottsdale, Arizona. This has really been one of my biggest takeaways from the whole event, going from lack to abundance. And we're going to talk about that a lot more today on today's show. Maybe I'm kind of moving slow today. Not moving slow, but the time is moving faster than I am. So, but we're going to go as long as we need to go to get this message out. So we're going to do that. But before we go too far, you know what we got to do on this show. Come on, we got to do some dancing, baby. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke.
Hashtag rise and grind. I love this song, man. I really do. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got to get that body in motion. Listen, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So now is the time for you to get in motion. I gave you a couple extra minutes. And if you're laying in bed watching the show this morning, I gave you a couple extra minutes. Usually we'd be dancing 10 minutes into the show. Today we're dancing 16 minutes into the show. So feel free to say thank you. All right? I gave you a couple extra minutes. But now it's time for you to get up. Right, you've got to get moving. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. Right, I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning, Arizona time. Right, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm going on a sunrise hike this morning. I can't speak. Wait, man, we're gonna be out on the mountain, 4:30 a.m. walking into the sunrise. It's gonna be stinking exciting, right? Let's go. There's so much opportunity in front of you, dude. I'm telling you, so much. All right, this is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. All right, if you're over there on Clubhouse, I need you to share it out. YouTube, go ahead and hit the share button as well. Wherever you're at, I need you to share this out. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live, watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Jeremy Nolan, good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Ray Hatcher, the Diamond Ray in the building. The Queen, Renee Noor, thanks for being here today. What's up, Kim Fair, Robin Price? We got Jamesia Braxton. That's right, Jamesia, you know it. What's up, Clay Morris? How you doing, Paula Collins, Vicky Everett? Kim Fair is up in here today. Christina Howard, Dora Maria. We see Robert Migliaccio. We got Gloria Bond and Vicky Everett, the Twang sisters. If you haven't seen those little videos with the Twang sisters, like if you have people in your life that you want to make feel special, you need to get gifts through the Twang sisters. I mean, they literally study and research whoever it is that you're trying to buy a gift for. They look them up on social media. They find out all the things that they love, and they create custom baskets specifically for them that will light their world up. So if there's anyone in your life, maybe you got that people, you're like, I never know what to buy this person. I never know how to support this person. Whatever it is, hook up with the Twang sisters. They can do something about that. Right? Good morning, Kimberly Hatfield. Good morning, Mr. Nathaniel Banks is in the building. I see Lee Newton Rhodes is up in here. Rick Tamburino is in the building this morning. Great to see you. What's up, Michelle McClain? I'm glad you're here. Jeff Moffett is in here helping us today as well, making sure we're getting a good experience over on Clubhouse and all the way around. I see Miss Liza Myers-Borges and Scott Simons are up in here. Liza, I heard you have a pickleball court at the house. That's what I heard. I don't remember seeing that, but that's what I heard. Josh, is up in here this morning. Emily Dowler, great to see you. Robin J. Price, Jared Ross is in the house as well. I see Jackie and Christina are up in here. How you doing, Miss Sharon? Sharon Goodyear, thanks for being here with us today. Scott, you the man. I don't know if you play pickleball too. I'm gonna have to find out about that. I know you play racquetball. Linnell Burns, I am so glad you're here. Stephanie Toadvine, thanks for being in the building. Jackie and Coco and Nissan. Lady Jules is up in here. Dr. Elizabeth, Mr. Don Sankey is up in the building today. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Sankey. ECMD, we've got Wendy and Shelley Kelly and Eli and Tarika Allison and Tim Hunt is in the building. Jeff the entrepreneur is up in here today. We got Kate Bowman, my boy David Hill, of course, Ramon Ray is up here in the building. Tenji Collin is up in here as well. Super glad you're here. Hey, thank you guys. It's amazing that we get to spend our mornings together. Like, I am so grateful that I get to spend this time with you. Thanks for being here. Let's keep diving in. And if you are in, by chance, if you are in the automotive space, if you're an owner or general manager of a car dealership, I just want to let you know we're going to be doing a live in-person get together where we're going to be learning a ton of things from my buddy Patrick Abad at his dealership. We've got some other speakers that are going to be coming out. So if you're in that space or know some people that are in that space, have them check this out.
Automotive dealer owners and GMs only, exclusively on October 26th, the Technology Matters Summit presented by 800% Elite Automotive Club. We are holding this event at one of the premier dealerships in the United States of America. We will be at Beaver Toyota in Cummins, Georgia. That's right, Beaver Toyota, led by Patrick Abad. I know you've heard of the place. They've had a massive increase in sales over the last 3 years. And we're going to have our event right there on site. So you can check out the store. You can check out all the features. You can check out what some are calling the Disneyland of dealerships as we learn that technology matters from Dan Moore, Aaron Cheeks, Brian Kramer, and so many more. Grab your ticket now. We'll see you there. October 26th, Cummins, Georgia. Don't miss it.
All right, so check it out. All right, here's what I want you to do. We're gonna do a little math problem together. All right, don't get scared because I said math. All right, I know it's a little early, but we're gonna do a little math problem together this morning. All right, you're gonna appreciate it. All right, here's what I want because I am at the Grant Cardone Real Estate Summit, and I had my mind blown yesterday. Actually, the whole week's been mind blowing, but I had my mind blown yesterday, and so what I want to do is blow your mind real quick this morning, and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay? So just some simple, easy cooking school math, right? My buddy Matt Monero calls it cooking school math. Okay? So I want you to just imagine for just a second. Okay? Just imagine in your brain for just a second that you are buying a house. Okay? You're buying a house, and this house costs $1,000. Okay, $1,000. Right? It's a steal, bro. I mean, 3,000 square feet. Right? It's a steal. Okay, so you're buying a house for $1,000. You go to the bank and you put $300 down. You put $300 down, and the bank loans you the other $700 at 5% interest rate. They loan you the other $700 so that you can now buy a $1,000 house. Okay? Congratulations. So you put $300 in exchange for your $300. You borrowed another seven, and now you own a home that's worth 1,000. Okay, are you following me so far this morning? Drop it in the comments if you're following my math. Okay, you're in 300, your assets worth 1,000. Like on paper, your net worth is now 1,000 because the house is worth 1,000. Okay, so you put in 300, you got 1,000. That's how that works. Now you're gonna pay that 700. You're paying some interest on that, and you're gonna pay it back. But here's the great news: you're not gonna live in this house. You're gonna rent this house out. All right. Now, when you rent the house out, okay, when you rent the house out, you use the money from the rent to pay the mortgage that you owe on that $700, right? And here's the great part. The money that you get for rent, not only does it pay the mortgage, but it pays an extra $10 every time, right? Okay, so follow me real quick. $1,000 house. You put in $300, you get the $1,000 house, and then the people that are living in the $1,000 house pay you rent, which pays the mortgage on the loan on the $700 that you owe, and you get $10. This is cool so far, right? So you put in 300, you got $1,000 house, and now every month you get $10, and you have $1,000 house, and that note's being paid. You ain't got to pay that, right? And check it out. And here's the cooler part. On top of that, on top of the $10, right? You got $1,000 house that you bought for $300. It's paying for itself. You're earning $10 a month, and then because of the way the tax laws are written, follow me on this. Because of the way the tax laws are written, you now get to what's called depreciate. Since you're renting it out, you get to depreciate all the stuff in that house, right? So the house itself is going to go up in value. We all know that. But the stuff in it, like the appliances, the stoves, and the floors, and all of those things, they're going to depreciate. They're going to go down in value over time. And so tax law allows you to depreciate that $1,000 house for 27 years. 27 years of depreciation. And guess what? You can write that off on your taxes right now. 27 years of depreciation. You can write it off right now. What does that mean? Well, that means you can reduce your tax liability. Well, how much? Well, in this particular case, let's just say you can depreciate it. Oh, I don't know. Let's just use $500. Right? Is that the right amount? Let me think. I wrote this down. Yeah, you can write off $500. Okay? So you spend 300 by 1,000. It pays you $10 a month, and you get to write off 500. So how much did you put it in the comments? How much did you spend to get the house? Drop it in the comments. I want to see how much did you spend. I want to make sure you're following me on the math this morning. How much did you spend to get this house? Right? How much money did you spend? Okay, got it. I'm starting to see it. You spent 300. Okay, you guys are following me. You spent $300 to get the house. You're getting $10 a month back, and you got to write off $500 from your taxes. And you have the asset that costs $1,000. You spent three, but you're writing off five. You get the full asset, and you're getting $10 a month. Okay, now that part's fun. Here's the really fun part. The house itself goes up in value. Now it's worth $1,500. Okay, now it's worth 1,500 instead of 1,000. Guess what you can do? You can refinance at 5%. Pay off the original loan. The original loan was how much? $700, right? So you can refinance. You can borrow 1,200, pay off the original loan of 700, get a check back for 500, which is tax free, completely tax free. You don't pay any taxes. You get a check back for $500, and you keep making $10 a month, and you own this asset that's worth $1,500. You don't pay any taxes on any of that stuff, and you can take the depreciation again. The 27 years of depreciation, you can do it again. This time you can depreciate $900 from your taxes. You're still in originally $300. You got a check back for $500. You own an asset worth $1,500, and you're not paying taxes on any of it. It's a scam. The whole thing is a scam, and it's legal, and it's how America set it up. And they didn't teach any of us. They only taught the rich and the wealthy. They didn't teach any of us about any of this. Instead, they taught us go and buy your house and pay it down until you pay it to zero and keep all your equity in the house and just keep paying the bank every month, every month, every month, every month, every month, every month. That's what they told us. And then what did they do? They went out and they bought the properties and they flipped them and they depreciated them and they got the cash back and they didn't pay the taxes on them. All the meanwhile, you were feeding the machine, feeding the machine, feeding the machine. I was feeding the machine, feeding the machine, feeding the machine. So now I want you to think that was $1,000 house. Imagine what happens when it's 10,000, a million, 10 million, 100 million. A billion. I just showed you how $300 can turn into a check back to you for 500, plus all the tax savings, plus you get the property, plus you get the cash flow. That's all just with $1,000. Start multiplying it. And that, my friends, is how Grant Cardone and his crew have gone from being worth millions originally, 6 years ago, they were worth a few $1 million to now worth $5.2 billion because they just keep doing this over and over and over and over and over and over. They put 30% down, borrow 70%. They cash flow on it for it pays for itself. Then when it goes up in value, they refinance it, get a huge check back for $50 million that is completely tax free. They write $80 million off on their taxes so they're not paying any personal income tax, and then they go and buy another building. It's insane. And there's no shortage of this happening. Billions and billions, I mean, trillions of dollars are being transacted. Like, I don't think sometimes I think we get lost because the news is always talking about billions and trillions. I think sometimes we get lost in how much money $1 billion really is, right? Like, in our head, we go, okay, $10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. 10,000 times 10 is 100,000. 100,000 times 10 is a million. But here's where you get tripped up, okay? A million times 10 is not a billion. A million times 10 is not a billion. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. 10,000 times 10 is 100,000. 100,000 times 10 is a million. And then when you think billion, you think it's million times 10. It's not. Million times 10 is 10 million. 10 million times 10 is 100 million. 100 million times 10 is now a billion. A billion is 1,000 millions. 1,000 millions. And there are billionaires, there are people that are earning, making, trading, transacting billions of dollars every single minute of every single day all around you. You see, there's absolutely no shortage of money. On this planet. There's no shortage of opportunity on this planet. There's no shortage of your ability to be able to expand or modify or shift or build on this planet. There's absolutely no shortage of any of that. The only thing that we have a shortage of on this planet in this lifetime is time. It is the only thing that there is a shortage of. Actually, I'm going to retract that statement. There's two things there's a shortage of. One, there's a shortage of time. The second thing is there's a shortage of people who are willing to take the time to learn, to do the things that scare them, to lean in, and to be able to tap into the abundance that exists around them. There is definitely a shortage of that. There are a shortage of people who are willing to take the time to learn and to lean in. People are scared. People are timid. People hold back. People are limited. People think in lack. They think, well, that's not for me. That's not possible. I can't do that. That's for other people. They're smarter than me. I don't deserve it. I'm not worth it. All of these things that come from lack. I'll never have enough. I'll never earn enough. I'll never get the opportunity. I'll never have the chance. All this lack, 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 lack. There's plenty of those. There's a shortage of people who are willing to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I don't know it, and I don't understand it, and I don't get it, but I like me. And because I like me, I will take the time to learn it, to know it, and to understand it. And then I'm going to figure out how me, this guy, can ultimately utilize it. Because here's what I do know. I might not know that system. I might not know where they get the gumption or the courage to be able to lean in. I might not know how to get rid of the fear that exists inside of me. I might not know any of those things. But here's what I do know. I do know that I am a child of God. And as a child of God, I have the ability in me to be able to create and become the absolute best version of myself that I can possibly be. You see, there's a shortage of those people. So I want to challenge you this morning to be one of those people. I want to challenge you to be one of those people that says, you know what, I like me. And because I like me, I'm going to learn, I'm going to put in the work, I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do to ultimately shift from a space and a mindset and a belief of lack to one of abundance. I am here to tell you, my friends, there is no shortage. No matter what you've been told, no matter what you believe, no matter what you think of, fill in the blank. There's no shortage of blank. There's no shortage of people. There's no shortage of opportunity. There's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of ideas. There's no shortage of books that can be written or should be written. There's no shortage of shows that can be created or should be created. There's no shortage. 7 billion people. A billion is 1,000 million. You can't even wrap your brain around how much of everything exists on this planet. And now I want to challenge you to tap into it. Get your piece. Because you can take as much as you want and it doesn't affect anyone else. You can consume as much, like acquire as much as you want. It doesn't affect anyone else. It doesn't. Like, it just affects your ability to make a positive impact in other people's lives. You can have it all. 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 We can all have it all. And that's what's up. Because it's going to be fun when we're all hanging out on our yachts and helicopters and fancy planes, and our marriages are amazing, and our spirituality is so in tune, and we're all fit, right? Because like I said here this morning, you guys are my family. And so my goal and I anticipate in the future that we're going to have family reunions. And when we get together at the family reunions, I want to see the biggest smiles on your faces because you ran the audit of the 7 main pillars of your life and you decided you were going to live in abundance and out no longer in lack. That is my hope for you. You see, I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. I do. I really, really, really do. And it is out of that love that I want the most for you. I want to be able to celebrate wins with you. Fair enough? Fair enough. Listen, I've gone way over on time today. I'm super excited. I actually had a couple videos I was going to play for you guys. Instead, I'm just like, let's just have a heart to heart for real, man. Like, there are moves being made out there that are just wild. And it's simply a lack of education. It's just not knowing. And we've been positioned over the years, whether it be culturally positioned, whether it be by financial status position, but we've been positioned over the years to be um, to be kind of cogs in the machine, right? Like, we've been positioned to help make the machine run. That's how you and I have been positioned. We help make the big machine run. And they threw us little carrots, to keep us going. But now what I'm learning is that we can own our own machine. We can build and own our own stinking machine. And we can get out of that. We don't have to be we don't have to live like that for our entire existence. There's more there. All right. All right. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna hop over to Clubhouse. If you're watching this on replay, thanks for spending some time with me. Make sure you connect with me. Um, Depending on what time it is, you can come join us on Clubhouse. We're on Clubhouse from 5 a.m. until 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time. Clubhouse is another app, audio only. You're welcome to join us over there. Otherwise, come back here again 5:30 tomorrow morning, and we'll do another episode of GM3X. Hope you have an amazing, incredible, powerful day. I hope I've sparked something in you. Um, and yeah, let's connect, let's hook up, and I'll see you on the flip. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, if you're on with me live, head on over to Clubhouse. I'll meet you over there. Right. Meow. Meow. Right meow. Right meow. Meow.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. Hashtag rising grind, hashtag rising grind.